Hey everyone, welcome to a new video review. This time we will be talking about The Idea of You, which streamed just last week on Prime Video. They actually invited us to a special screening last week. So we got to see it a day or two in advance. Um, it is actually based on a book of the same name. So we will be discussing that further with Karen, who I will be bringing on in a bit. But before we go there, I just want to remind you guys that we still have the Fallout giveaway, which is still ongoing. You can still join. Just check out the Team Teaching Facebook page for that. And please do follow me on my socials. The graphics are there for your reference. And speaking of giveaway, we are also going to be doing a giveaway for this video. We are giving away this The Idea of You tote bag. It's a very nice tote bag. It's totes Tita approved. There's like lots of pockets. So there are like two side pockets like for your tumblers or whatnot, and there's also like a pocket inside. So yeah, totes Tita approved. The Idea of You tote bag up for grabs. Okay, there. And with that, I'll be bringing in my partner in crime. Karen is here, dressed as a Solan and Hathaway.
Hi, Ika. Thanks for having me again. Hi, guys. It's me, Karen May / Kraken May. I'm so excited to be here. As Ika knows, because this movie is for the titas.
For the titas, for
For the
us.
titas. Proof that may asim ka pa as a tita.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, it's I guess we can get right into it. So it's May December affair between Anne Hathaway. She's in this film. She's like a single mom who's about to turn 40, and then she has this very steamy relationship with a very young Nicholas Galitzin, whom you may have seen in a number of films. He was in Purple Hearts. I'm not
Red,
sure.
White, Royal, and Royal.
Okay, there
White, Royal Blue. Also available on Prime Video.
on Prime Video, and there's another one. Oh, he
What?
in Cinderella.
Oh, yes, Cinderella, but also
Cinderella,
Bottom.
yes, opposite Camila Cabello, which is also available on Prime Video. So,
Yes,
you know,
so he sings there. So I guess it shouldn't come as a surprise that they would bring him on in this movie as a boy
so
band.
ano, favorite siya ni Prime. Malakas siya kay Prime Video.
Yes.
Well, he has the charisma, and you know, I mean, for these roles, and well, for The Idea of You, he stars opposite Anne Hathaway, who herself is no stranger to like lots of films that we've come to love, especially since you know, growing up, we've seen her in the Princess Diaries, all of those Princess Diaries films, Les Miserables. You know, she's played a lot of various roles. She was Catwoman, so lots of varied roles over the years. And this time, she plays the very real role of a mom. Yes, a single mom who's about to turn 40 with a teenage daughter. So, Karen, let us hear your thoughts and prayers about the movie. What did you think of it?
Well, first of all, I'm always happy when there's a rom-com or a romantic film that revolves around a woman of a certain age, a woman who is in her 30s and above, because we don't see that so often. It's usually reserved for like the teens or like the yuppies, and I think it's about darn time, because I don't know if I can curse here. It's about darn time that we have movies for the titas, made for the titas and made by the tita. I was really happy to see Anne Hathaway in another rom-com / drama, because, you know, Ika and I, we grew up during the heyday of Anne Hathaway, Princess Diaries, and Devil Wears Prada, and Bride Wars. Like she just had a lot of films. We were raised by the Anne Hathaway rom-com film. So it's so nice to see her back in her element and having intense chemistry with another actor who is known for his romantic movies as well. So I think it was a good pairing. I think the chemistry is really strong. I think si Nicholas, well, close kami. Nicholas has really great chemistry with whomever he's been starring opposite with. Opposite, para tipid sa word. Um, most of his co-stars, parang he has like intense chemistry. Like I noticed that in Red, White, and Royal Blue with Taylor Zakar Perez, ano ba? si crush ko dun sa movie. And in this film, it's so nice to see like a woman again in her 30s and above, a mother, most especially, just having a life outside of being a mom. I think a lot of women can relate to that. Not necessarily being a mom, doesn't have to be that. Just having a certain role and then not deviating from it. And in this film, diba, she's allowed to be a woman, not just a mother. Of course, hindi lang naman limiting yung being a mom. So I loved seeing that. I loved seeing the relationship with Izzy, the daughter. And I told you, Ika, na when we were watching, nako, my gosh, kailangan ng earplugs ni Ika kasi tili ako ng tili. I kept shouting, squealing, kilig na kilig ako. Squealing! As in, everyone in the theater was like squealing and screaming and all that. We're super kilig.
Yeah, I kept saying that half of the fun was squealing and screaming with the whole audience because
yeah, kasi
super,
grabe
yeah,
charisma niya, no? So like anyway, I was saying lang about the actress who played the daughter. I'm just blanking on it now, but she really looks like Anne Hathaway. Parang even like the mannerisms, parang nakuha niya. Like I could, diba, parang I could believe that they would be at least sisters. Kasi nga,
they look related.
Diba, she had her daughter very young. So that's why medyo closer in age. And honestly, the age gap here is not even that bad. It's not like even May, December. It's like May, September. Kasi she's like 40 and he's 24. So, they met as adults. So, I know that's a point of contention, but come on, have you seen the other movies out there where the dude is like in his 50s and then the leading lady is like in her early 20s? Like, come on. Excuse me. Like, this is not the first time. So, there's just so much stigma and I think underlying misogyny with portraying these types of romances because diba may parang term cougar ganon, like there's a negative connotation when it's the woman who's older, whereas diba when you're like the older guy it's like ooh parang daddy silver fox ganon. So parang mas predatory yung tingin, but that's a whole can of worms. But basically for me my rule is, but I want to know Rin what you think, Ika. Pero for me I think as long as you meet as adults and hindi siya trigger warning, hindi siya yung sketchy yung timeline when you met na medyo grooming. So yun. That is it for me. Basta you were in the same kind of mind space na you're both adults, you're both working, and you have kind of like the same realm of responsibilities. I think that's okay. Disclaimer, ganon. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, like the riz on Nicholas as Hayes Campbell, the one of the boy band members of August Moon with like the awesome music that's still stuck in my head. I was listening to it before we started this. It's so smooth. Kaya tili kami na tili and we kept squealing. It's because every time Nicholas would say something, I mean, excuse me, Hayes Campbell would say something. It was so smooth, like the transition. It's like, how did he do that? So, like some examples, or when he said, my favorite one was when he was like, she was talking about the father of her daughter, and Hayes goes like, so your daughter's father, but not your husband. I was like, ah! Sold.
So So like
Kasal
that.
na, gano'n. So yeah, that's my thoughts and prayers. I don't want to get too spoilery, but basically like all his lines, diba, they're really smooth. Like meron pa siya, like I don't know, I like that balance na he's persistent but okay, I don't know if it's because gwapo siya. Alam mo yung pag gwapo,
You forgive
persistent, type,
pag, pag not
stalker.
so pogi, yeah.
Stalker siya eh. Pero I don't know, for some reason because it's him, he was able to be charming enough na I didn't wanna call the police. Ganon. Very persistent, and the music was awesome. Like I was telling you about, we were like, it was stuck in our head. I like that they
Yeah, they
did
were
some
playing it. They were playing it throughout the episode.
At saka, like I said, I think they have really good chemistry together. Honestly, I don't really see the age gap. But Anne Hathaway still looks banging. She's so hot
Yes.
already in her 40s. So, goals. Goals natin. Parang may nag-side by side eh. Like yung Princess Diaries. Parang wala. Parang I guess nag-iba
No
yung look.
difference.
Not much. She's still a heartthrob. So I don't know. I like that they did that kind of pairing, and that they saw nga that both of them had like the previous experience nga of starring in rom-coms and like romantic movies. And also I love the fashion. I like how they were able to contrast si Solen being all chill and like very high fashion, but quiet luxury. Ganon. It's not very loud. And I noticed she wore a lot of um, kind of blues and purples. And then when I was reading up, parang intentional siya. Sabi ng costume designer na that would be her vibe, na it's approachable but also when she's at work may regal aura eh. And then if you see Hayes Campbell, like they really aged him down, like with the way he dresses, like it's very athleisure with like the slouchy cardigans and the caps. I don't see the this is something we did talk about. I don't see the Harry Styles connection that much, aside from like the generous amount of tattoos. Like the style is more athleisure wear. And also, ayun na nga, because the basis of this was a fanfic about Harry Styles from One Direction. So you can tell na medyo it's been a while back since they published this book.
So I read somewhere na it's not now. I don't know because people are saying
But it's just
that
a rumor.
yeah, but the author doesn't want to be.
Ito pala i-mention ko, may funny sa letterbox. So, parang ano yung mga
I saw that.
okay, what if, so this is basically nga the gist of the idea of you. What if your mom was dating Jungkook from BTS?
Yeah, diba?
And that, like when you put it in that context, parang ako nga,
It is weird. And I read somewhere that I haven't read the book, which is
I haven't read the book, but I do know what happens because parang nag-news about it, right? That they changed the spoiler alert. They kind of tweaked the ending. So iba yung ending ng movie sa book.
Ooh, okay. What I read that they changed from the book was that in the book, the daughter, si Hayes yung yung bias niya, not the other. Yeah, so that would be weird.
That's
so,
weird.
Yeah, that's weird. So yeah, I guess that it was a smart move to change it up in the movie. Yeah. So yun. I guess my turn.
Yes, go ahead. What did you think about it?
Okay, so well, first impressions initially it's the movie when you first hear about it, you would think that it's very fan fiction nga, as you said, and very what had but there are those elements, but I like that the film is actually more grounded than you'd think, and the characters are actually dealing with very real problems, like their conflicts, their problems, their issues are very, very real. And I like that. I like that they gave it that element. And actually, as I was watching, I thought about Jenny Slate, the comedian who dated Captain America, Chris Evans. I thought about her because when they were dating, and Jenny Slate is like not the traditional, beauty bombshell type, and people were bullying her, were saying mean things about her, diba? And I'm sure Chris Evans, I'm sure he saw something in her. I'm sure that she's hilarious, she's funny, she has a good sense of humor. And
Yun.
it didn't work out, diba? Parang I don't know, maybe the relationship did not survive the pressure, ganyan. So I kind of thought of that, and how people can be so mean online, and when you're like hiding behind a
Yeah.
keyboard or a
And the
phone.
pressure of being under the spotlight. Kasi
Yes.
parang everything turns into a public thing. Like parang nagiging
Mm.
public property of the people, like your love life.
Diba?
So
And
I think
yeah,
it's a
and
good thing.
I thought about Taylor Swift, and how her like relationships are like being looked under a microscope by like fans, by people, by the tabloids, ganyan. So it, even if it's like parang rich people problem siya, it's still very real, di ba? Na uh, where is the line, di ba? Where is the line where fans can say this or say that about you? If you admire this person, this actor or this singer, how much of them do you own? Ano mo yun? Parang I was thinking of these things, and
Parang may entitlement yung fans
yes.
sometimes to
Mm-mm.
know everything about their favorite celebrity.
Pero ako, growing up, parang I've had favorite bands, ganyan, favorite, actors, but I've never, parang been really interested. Parang siguro, I haven't been like sobrang emotional or sobrang invested sa mga personal relationships nila. Parang, ano lang, it's just like fact. It's they're in a relationship, they got divorced, this person is with this person now, ganyan. But not like sobrang emotionally invested na that you would like hate a celebrity or hate an artist because of this or because of
Oo nga,
that.
kasi we grew up during, the 90s boy band revolution. So,
Yes.
parang naka-relate tayo. However, ngayon lang kasi nagkaroon ng social media where, you feel
Yes.
so much closer and you do have that entitlement with your favorite celebrities because, they're posting and then feeling mo parang friend mo sila. That kind of parasocial relationship na I deserve to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I buy your albums. I deserve to know. Oh my god. So
Ako,
yeah,
ako yung bumubuhay sa'yo. Ganun.
yeah, I'm just having those thoughts while watching the film, and which I'm glad that they did. Parang kasi parang first impressions kaya initially you would think na it's romance, parang siyang fan fiction, ganyan. But there's actually more to it than that, which is what I enjoyed about the movie. Na yun nga, that we get to have this discussion about how, and there's this whole thing na parang, and you mentioned it earlier, that if it's the woman who's older, parang there's ano ba, people tend to say more mean stuff, and then
Huh?
yeah, there's a line in the movie that's like people hate happy women because and it's true, diba, to some extent. And I like that it represents us, the titas, na parang like when you're a mom, ako, I'm a mom, na parang your life doesn't end there. Parang there's more to it than that, especially, well, si Luke is still 7 years old, but, when your kids are older, ganyan, ganyan, there's still more to life, it's not the end. It's not the end all be all once, you have
Oh,
a kid.
life doesn't end at a certain age. Life doesn't end when you're a mother. So that's
Yes.
great kasi we can relate to it, like regardless of what you're going through. I think important being at that age, I don't know. And it's funny because they were talking about it in the movie. They're saying like you don't even know who you are in your 20s, which is so true. I'm sure you can relate to that, Rin. Ako, like, I didn't know what to do, Rin. And then 30s now, you kind of figure it out. And then I like it. The parang 40s is not like the end. Like the 40s is still, ano pa, may asim pa, ganon. And
Yeah, it doesn't have to end at 40. So yeah, ayun. And I think a lot of people, well, there are people who liked it. Like I have friends who posted about it also when it came out. So that's good. Na there, I guess people can relate because now then kasi it's like the age. There's a new wave of of with when you have biases, with boy bands and these
yeah,
K-pop stars and whatnot. So
we're
parang sabi nga nila parang next year in Coachella daw, there are going to be so many moms there.
Naku,
Anyway,
maghahanap na yung mga moms joke.
yeah.
Yun nga, like, naalala ko lang pala because we were talking about the quotes, right? Like, I remember, diba, when she was looking at her favorite painting and then he was asking her, like, how does it make you feel? And she said everything. Like, how did you feel about that? Nakarelate ka ba when she said that? Parang did it make, ano yung interpretation mo nun?
Well, the painting was something special, I guess, different. Pero parang I think the key, well, medyo spoilery there, but spoilery din. But I think the key is that he gave it to her as a gift. Diba? Parang yun yung ano dun na parang she's liked this painting for so long, but he's gifted it to her. So parang I think that's the clincher there. No? Parang he gave her this gift that makes her feel everything. Charis!
Yeah. Pero ano nga, so speaking of motherhood, di mo ba napansin?
Happy Mother's Day!
Mother's Day pa lang as we speak. It's a few days before Mother's Day. Pero baka pag lumabas to, kaka-Mother's Day lang. But I'm sure ikaw yung pinaka-relate. But I've noticed in the film, I feel like Solen, Anne Hathaway's character, was just giving up a lot. I don't know if this is like a motherhood trait, but also a people pleaser trait, which I can relate to. So like, she was thinking of her daughter first. She was thinking of her family first, diba? Like, parang inuuna niya talaga yon before her own happiness.
Yes.
Gets kasi sabi mo na binigay yung painting like ito. You have the freedom to be happy. Pero ganun na, you are entitled to your own happiness. Pero I felt that parang gusto ko umiyak ng part na yun.
A lot of the characters is ganun nga. Yung parang inuuna niya yung ibang tao.
Very giving pero at the cost of her own happiness.
Yes,
so,
yes.
That's mo dyan. Have you ever had any experience na
naman, syempre.
Tsaka na
as an Asian panganay, first of all, diba? As the eldest of 4 kids, nandun na yun parang you give up so much for your siblings, for your family, ganyan. Parang you always put yourself last. And, as a mom, parang ano na yun automatic na yun And I think now, moms are a little bit luckier because it's more accepting to think of yourself, to self-care is in now, 'di ba? Parang before growing up, parang people would think that you're selfish, 'di ba? Na parang you're not a good mom if you take time off for yourself. But now it's highly encouraged and it's not frowned upon as before. So swerte yung mga moms now. So parang there's this it's okay. There's this go signal that you can take time off yourself. There you can self-pamper, self-care, mental health break. Parang these are things that are much more acceptable now. So we are lucky. I guess it's just about taking the massage and just go to the kasi you could ask Paul something, and I would complain that I want a massage, ganyan, ganyan. And he would say, sige, go, ganyan, ganyan. And then, parang last minute, mag-back out ako for whatever reason, ganyan. And then, but it's okay. Take the massage. Go. Ganyan. Don't feel guilty about it. So, ayun, for the moms out there, if you haven't seen the film yet, you could take it as your me day, relax and watch a movie. And this is a good movie for you to relax to. That's all that we're saying. No
Sa mga
spoilers.
spoilers. Pero pwede ba mag-spoil a bit? Kasi may tanong ako sa okay. Yung tanong ko kasi, apparently, okay, book spoilers also, apparently in the book, they don't end up together. So, ang nagbago dito, di ba, na nakita mo nag-freak out ako.
Yeah.
It was like, spoiler alert, Salen was telling Hayes na, oh, this is really taking a toll on my family, on my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? That she cannot function in her everyday life because of the pressures of fame na hindi naman she did not ask for. So she had to put her daughter first and they had to break up. And grabe naman, nagwala talaga. No! Ganun ako. And then may eme-eme na 5 years later. And then they got back together. Right? So, what are your thoughts? You think ba they should have kept na, okay, you should have kept the reality na, oh, it didn't work out kasi wala, real life happens. Although they had that fantasy getaway sa Europe, you have to take into consideration the other people in your life. Lalo na if you have a family, they will always be involved. So, I wanted to know kung ikaw, okay ka ba na nagka-happy ending pa rin siya? Or would you rather na mas realistic?
I'm a sucker for happy endings. So, go tayo dyan. Kasi if they stuck to the original ending and ganun nga, I would have been pissed. I would have left the cinema pissed and But hindi, we left happy. We were
hopeful.
Hopeful. Yeah. So I'd rather take that. And they gave naman that, the Avengers, the snap. Nag-snapping naman sila eh. So,
yun. Oh my gosh, naget pa na lang bakit ito sinabi. Ano nga, tama.
5 years, di ba?
Natigyan mo dito ng yung sa
effect.
Gaganon. Swinging dust.
We'll fix it with post. So yeah, there was a 5-year thing, and I think that could represent reality na parang it was enough time for the daughter.
Mature yung guy eh. I think during that time, I think he was kind of not ready yet for that kind of responsibility na kasi if you're gonna date someone with a kid, you're basically gonna have to put that kid first as well. As in, that's never gonna change, right? I mean, that's what I'm assuming from yung nakita ko na that the daughter will always be important talaga.
It's a good way din na parang yung fans na mag-back off. Of course, there's going to be like a change in his career then, ganyan. So,
pero nag-solo kasi siya eh. So, yeah. True. But if anything, ito yung masasabi ko about him as the younger guy here. Like I said, like iba yung charm niya eh. Kasi it's interesting because what I've noticed in movies is that, I feel like the guy, if he's like way older, he'll still pursue. But if you're a woman, parang there's hesitation eh. Because the societal stigma of being the older woman in a relationship. So, diba, kahit throughout that movie siya yung parang may ayaw, diba, parang, I don't know how this is gonna look. Parang, diba, tinanong pa siya na she felt shame. Like, she was ashamed na she was the older woman, na siya yung parang naninira sa fantasy ng mga fangirls about him, diba?
Heartbroken na yung mga
oo, sinira niya yung chances nila as celebrity. So yun, dun I could really understand that because like who would want to like welcome that kind of scrutiny in your life? I
Yeah.
mean, there's so much you have to go through as a woman, regardless of age. The bar is so high for women to outperform men and still not even get the recognition or the payment that is due to them. And then you add pa the stigma of being an older woman in a relationship. So, you know what I really appreciated, but also I was really kind of surprised was like the audacity of being a younger man pursuing an older woman. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how younger men do it, but they have like this weird confidence that I do not understand, that I do not see in like guys our age or like their age, whatever. Kasi diba there was a scene pa na she was going through like all the mga dudes her age dun sa
Yeah,
party niya.
yeah.
Na parang sobrang funny. Like, yung mga hang-ups nila. Sabi ko, that's so I will say that is very relatable. So, I just really appreciated his optimism, and I felt like he gave golden retriever energy, which I really really resonated with. I just really liked him as a romantic lead, I guess. So, I mean, hindi ko siya usually, I was like okay with him before, pero dito kilig na kilig ako sa kanya. As in, effective. Super effective. Ganon. Kung
He
Pokemon siya,
delivered.
pero
Yes.
super effective. Diba? Nakadikit ako sa, hindi nyo ako ma-distract doon eh. Nakatitig lang ako sa cinema doon. Lalo na the spicy scenes, like before we forget. Like, how did you feel about those sexy scenes?
Well,
That's a
they were saying kasi na R-rated siya. So, I'm expecting more. But, okay na. Pwede na.
very classy naman siya.
Yeah,
Diba?
yeah. It was done in good taste. So,
Very
yeah.
sensual, very
And
female gazy.
I'm sure it would have been done in good taste because it's Anne Hathaway and I'm sure hindi siya, she's not gonna settle for anything
Mm-mm.
less. So, there. Obviously, we enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it. Parang it made me click, it made me happy. It gave me some stuff to think about, which is always a must for me. So, ayun, any I guess we're wrapping up now. Any final thoughts you would like to share with our audience?
Siguro for the idea of you, I mean, aside from, I guess, yung really hook niya is like the age gap romance, right? But more than that, I think if you are looking for a movie that will resonate with you in terms of self-discovery and just finding yourself outside of the preconceived notions of what kind of role you have to have at a certain age, na dapat kasal ka ng ganito, dapat ganito na dapat ito yung trabaho mo at this age, that feels so limiting. I think what I love about this movie is that I think both characters, Solan and Hayes, they were going through that kind of self-actualization journey, where he was trying to, break out as a legit musician, and she was trying to claim her own happiness. And I always I will always root for the kind of couple that improves each other and kind of pulls each other up. So I think there was some realism naman. I know these kinds of relationships aren't always easy, but I like that there was that hint of optimism at the end. I mean, it's not super definite, but it kind of gave you hope because in the real world, there's so much disappointment already. So why not have that fantasy in this movie? And also, if you love boy band music, the original music here is like top notch. I mean, I have it na in my playlist, playing all the time. My favorite song is Closer. And Nicholas has like a really great voice. So I think bagay talaga. And it just felt like a legit boy band to me. Like, I like that they put in the work to make it like a
Yeah.
legit boy band. They di lang yung parang lip sync lang na gano'n, diba? So yeah, if you
Yeah,
want that and more, the idea.
in
Ayun,
in case
sorry.
you're wondering, the songs are actually on Spotify. So if you go on Spotify and you search August Moon, there's actually a band there. They're actually there on Spotify.
Account sila. May account sila sa IG.
Yes, they have. Oh, right. So they really, did the marketing side of that. So that was pretty smart. And yeah, that's also something that I
Mm.
thought was a good thing that they did. So yeah, for me, I'm actually a big like fan of rom coms, especially growing up the '90s and early 2000s, and I think rom com is sort of silently making a comeback because you have this one, the idea of you, and then the one yung kay Glenn Powell and
Anyone but you.
yes,
Idea of
diba?
you.
And they're making news. I mean, usually the past rom coms they would just be streamed, and then that's it. But
True.
they would disappear, ganyan. But this one, anyone
Anyone
but
but
you,
you.
and the idea of you, it's making the rounds in news on social media. So that's
Sana
good. That's good.
yeah, sana they have more tita movies though. I feel like
Yes,
simula pa lang yung the idea of you we get more tita movies for
the
the
friendly
titas by the titas.
for
Because
the titas.
but this movie, don't you feel like it's like the ultimate tita fantasy?
Yeah,
Lumaki tayo
definitely.
sa boy bands. And then, she ends up with a boy band guy. She's living
Ultimate
the
tita.
dream for us.
Living the dream. Thank you, Solen. So there, yeah. I enjoyed it. I was actually expecting less, but I got more, which is good. So there. Thank you again, Prime Video, for inviting us to the screening. And again, we will be doing a giveaway. This Tita approved, totes Tita approved tote bag. The idea.
Ang grocery shopping.
Yeah, no, as a tita approved because I liked it. Ang dami niyang pocket. So,
Ang dami yung compartment. Doon ako
diba?
natuwa. Kita mo
Diba?
pa rin.
Your umbrella or your tumbler and then
I feel like a
just
tita would enjoy this. At saka
Diba?
kasi
But
sa mga groceries, kailangan mo na ng tote bag.
yeah, no, save, do your part, save the environment. Ang sinabi. Pwede siya pang grocery, pwede rin siyang beach bag. Oh my gosh. So
I know,
yeah,
I love pockets.
just check out the Team Pichang page for the mechanics of that. And yes, thank you again for supporting the channel. And yeah, Karen, do you have anything you want to plug, to say?
Oh, I'm just cracking me everywhere. And I will just pop up in Team Cheng's vlogs. That's it.
So for me, well, I'm Ika. I'm at Ika_Cheng all across. The graphics are there. They will be flashed. They will be added in post. So there. I hope you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel. That you like the Team Cheng page as well. All right. So thank you so much again, and we hope to catch you guys at the next video.